Right, good morning guys and girls. Okay, so it's we're on the daily chart here of Bitcoin, and I just want to start off with this big trend line that we had running here. So it's not from the corona lows, because it doesn't really work out there. See, that doesn't, you can probably say that's also a possible trend line, but then we've already overcame that quite a while back. I'm going to leave it there, so that works out quite well. So you'll see, like, once again, don't get overexcited. Like, even there it was support, but then we broke through it. There we closed a few days above it, but then we couldn't hold it, so we went through, went over it again, retested it, but never confirmed it or claimed it properly. So I'll just keep an eye on that. And then, yeah, back to where we are today. So obviously, late last night, we broke out of this zone or range that we were in, and we're into that range that we've been wanting to get into for a very long time, above the $47,000. So you can see this fixed range pull from basically this formation that we had from the lows to the top and down again. We reacted perfectly off that point of control there, so I'll just keep these levels on my chart, or this range, and then you'll see we've had this resistance here for quite a while, so it took us a few tests to get through there. So we can now, we've obviously clearly broken through that resistance. So our next big resistance is if I take the Fibonacci from the all-time high down to these lows, local lows, and then the 55 to $56,000 area is obviously the next big resistance. Although we've got the psychological 50,000, that's just on the upper ranges of that December range that we're just entering into now. So those are the levels I'll keep in mind. Just going down to this level, so now if we pull a Fibonacci from those lows, those highs that we had towards the end of December, basically the yearly high, to the lows, then this Fibonacci was, this golden pocket has been resistance in February, beginning of March, and now we managed to break through it. And this is also quite important to, I just want to remove that fixed range. Remember, we were talking about the lows, and then we put in a higher high and a higher low, and now for the first time we've put in a higher high again. So this uptrend is holding, and that's really important for Bitcoin. Let me just keep that off. And then there's this parallel channel that's quite important. That's I use the magnet tool to put that in, so we're not quite at the top yet, so I think we must expect some resistance here around 48. If we hit there today, it'll be about 48,000 today or tomorrow, and that's quite an important resistance level. Then I've got this Fibonacci channel where we've just hit the 0.66 level, and the 618 is coming up, and that's also around the 48,600 level. So it's like a region around there, so I'll just keep these levels on my chart as well and keep them in mind. Let me actually leave that on there. And then the last chart for this morning, I'm in a bit of a rush today. I need to travel, so I've got this Fibonacci channel as well marked on here, but I used that, for some reason I used that lower high there, and that was a perfect touch off there. But I wouldn't just get overly excited because I got that right, because there's no reason for it just to for the charts to rather respect that high. Why can't I get it on there now? Which also leaves us a bit higher, closer to that $48,000 region, which makes a bit more sense. Just can't get it perfectly on there, but anyway, it's around there. So I would say keep these levels in mind and keep them on your charts, and let's talk again tomorrow morning. Right, cheers.